Don Cheadle's a millionaire, Detroit is on fire, and Josh Brolin is double dipping. Man, it's only Friday. NERDSoul. Late Ilk here at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we got another wonderful episode of Droppin Jewelz for you, because during the week, a couple things happened that slipped through the cracks and we got to get right to them. So, let's wrap. Don Cheadle is back at it again with the same teammate that he used to make Miles Ahead, and in this case, he has bought the TV and film rights to Prince of Darkness, the Jeremiah G. Hamilton story. Now, I know what you're probably saying. Jeremiah Hamilton, who is that guy anyway? Well, Jeremiah G. Hamilton was the very first black millionaire on Wall Street. The dude was just so known that, like, he had people that was mad at his success that were black and white. Dude had haters from every corner, but dude was also so known and so well invested and so rich and so powerful that he was breaking stereotypes and crossing milestones and opening doors and breaking down barriers before people even knew you could break down a barrier. So much so that this dude was able to own stock in trains and railroads that he ain't even have the right to ride in. Matter of fact, dude was so known that he even was said to be Vanderbilt's true rival. This guy seems to have a storied past and an extremely rich history, which is why I'm so hyped about Don Cheadle picking this, because him and Ewan McGregor, the directing staff, the writing team, the whole crew put together Miles Ahead, which was an amazing film. If you haven't seen Miles Ahead, definitely need to check that joint out. It is so worth your time. And I have nothing but high hopes for this film. The first black millionaire on Wall Street, even when he passed, they said the guy was, probably the richest black man in America, maybe the world. So I'm just, man, I can't be more pumped for this. So I hope you guys are pumped too. But before we talk a little bit more about this dude, I gotta let y'all know that I am now on Black Hollywood Live. That's right, you can see my videos there. The same place that is known as the first online network for African Americans. You can find follow-up on Black Twitter, celebrity interviews, all kinds of sports talk, geek, nerd, tech, everything, and it's right there for you. You can find it on blackhollywoodlive.com. And if you want to see more, don't forget to check out youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive. It is so very necessary and super dope. Just like this project, because I think that Don Cheadle is just he's the right guy, because when it comes to these passion projects about black history, it seems like he knows kind of like what he wants to do, the perfect direction. He knows how to frame these stories and how to play them out properly. So I'm nothing but more power to this brother on this one, man. Like this, also with like Denzel Washington, he wants to do, like, I think all Alex Haley's work or whatever. Like these, stuff like this is just music to my ears. So I'm gonna keep up on this project, and once I know more about this Prince of Darkness project, definitely going to be talking about it. But now I want to know what you think about this. Jump down in the comments, let me know what you think about Prince of Darkness, what you think about Don Cheadle taking this property into either film or television. I definitely think this is a story that needs to be told. So jump down in the comments, let's talk about it. And we're going to move on, because next up, oh boy, some more wonderful American history, some more wonderful black history that we got to get to. So next up, the trailer for Detroit has just dropped, and they straight up let you know from jump. If you love The Hurt Locker, if you love Zero Dark 30, if you love Katherine Bigelow's direction, this is the next film that you need to be eyeing for your little calendars, because it's going to be real dope, I believe, around August time, because Detroit is going to just the feel of this trailer looks like it's going to hit very hard. Now, if you didn't know what Detroit is about the 1967 riots that went on in Detroit that lasted for 5 days. Just so many people hurt, so many people injured, so much property damage and everything. And it was a huge turning point from the city. And some people even say that the city still hasn't really recovered from that. And the city has always been kind of in the shadow of that riot, of those times, of the social tension that created that situation. Now, in this film, what we're going to be doing is following John Boyega, who is an officer at the time, and how he reacts between the military force that's there for martial law, the people that he's trying to save or trying to keep out of trouble, just living in the times and trying to survive through this situation, and how everybody is caught up in this whirlwind of this riot that is tearing the city apart. And I've got to say that the look of this trailer is just stellar. You get some real footage put in there. You get the way Katherine Bigelow shoots this joint to make it look like it actually fits, with the time, like it fits with that footage that's being played over. I'm just psyched. I'm just in, like the end of the trailer says, it says it's time we knew. So it is. I think this is time to tell a story like this. I've heard of the riots in Detroit, but pretty much from, the history books or whatever, all I knew was there was a riot in Detroit in 1960 something. I didn't even know whether it was 67, 61, 60, whatever. So this movie, for me, just like many other people, will be a great conversation starter, a great reference point to start maybe researching more about what this has done, about the people it affected, about the people that affected it, and how the city can recover from that if it has recovered, and what it can do to embrace that and make itself better. I'm hyped for this. This is one that kind of hits home for your boys. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about this new trailer for Detroit. If you haven't seen it, it is down in the comments below. Go check it out. Come back here. Let's talk about this, because this is one that I think I can't wait to see. I'm hyped for, Wonder Woman. I'm hyped for Justice League. I'm hyped for, Thor and all that. But this is another one that's, it's something else that I'm very intrigued by, and I'm very interested in to get into the theater and learn about this and see what this time was like for the people in 1967 in Detroit. So, guys, let me know what you think, and we're going to move on, because I don't want to get weighed down too much for this. The movie ain't even out yet. So let's go and move on. And of course, what we talk about next. So let's go on and hit it. Next up and last on our docket for this Friday is Josh Brolin taking the role of Cable in Deadpool 2. Now, before we even get started, this is straight up to Josh Brolin. Just Josh Brolin, bring it in. Look right here. It's unfair. You're double dipping, and I don't even know if you're allowed to do this. But apparently, Marvel and Fox seem to agree on this, that Josh Brolin is a good pick for this. I hope he is, because he wasn't my pick, but we'll see. Cable is a character, if you did not know, in the Marvel Universe, who is the son of Scott Gene Summers, and for some reason, well, we know why, who read comics, but comes from the future. He's a war veteran, hardened, dude that's been fighting in the war in the future against Sentinels, against Apocalypse, all these people. And he comes back trying to warn us, or trying to warn the X-Men. And I guess in many cases, he just seems to stick around. And through this sticking around time, Cable has actually spent a lot of time with Deadpool. There was a series where he spent about 50 issues with Deadpool, and they're not the best of friends, but with art by Scotty Young. I mean, come on, man, the dude's gotta be kicking it. So you get a person who's like this hardened kind of military guy to offset all the craziness from Deadpool. And regardless of who they've casted, I think that Cable will work out very well in this new film. I was looking for Scott Lang. I really was. I know many of you guys were. I wasn't against the pick for homie from Stranger Things. I really was not on board at all with anyone else like Michael Shannon or anything. But Josh Brolin just seems like a weird choice, doesn't it? I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but it just seems like a weird choice. And as convoluted as X-Men's history is, I mean, the little bit that I told you from what I remember from the 90s already sounds convoluted. Like he's born in the future, but he was born in the past, but they sent him to the future, but then he came back to warn us about viruses and apocalypse and sentinels and everything, and then he didn't come back and he decided to leave and he protected a little baby against Avengers, and dude's done a lot. And sometimes he's doing too much. But I think when he's teamed with Deadpool, he's honestly just right. And I think this, with Domino, and whoever else they bring on this, can be a very, very good film. I'm just not super on board with Josh Brolin yet, but hey, it is what it is, right? So we shall see. And before we bounce, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you pro Josh Brolin? Do you think it's unfair that he has both two roles in the, Marvel universe? Or do you think, hey, Josh Brolin is good as anyone else? Or were you diehard Scott Lang fan like myself? So, of course, that is my time. And I try to keep these shows short on Friday because I know you got to get to your weekend, man. Go chill. It's Friday night. You just got paid. Go kick it or something. Go see a movie, man. But anyway, before I bounce, got to tell y'all to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. That's where you can find all my videos from the oldest to the newest. And I just crossed 300 videos. Dude, do you know how crazy that is? That is crazy. That is, golly, that's so much. Anyway, also you can hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. That's right. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That is right. There is no other way that I can tell people that you like what you are watching. And of course, the shout outs got to go to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please, oh please, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Peace.